LeBron's coming off injury in a season where he was sidelined during the playoffs, just like the rest of us. Kawhi fresh off bringing the North a chip, and we know Paul George won't be playing until next month, obviously, when he recovers from that shoulder. Stephen A., who will be the king of L.A. when it's all said and done?
It will be LeBron James. I really need people to understand and comprehend this. LeBron James injured. It's the most significant injury of his career. Missed 17 straight games. Missed about 18 total before garbage time arrived. They knew they weren't going to make the playoffs, and he sat out the last few games of the season. But really, legitimately, about 18 games last season, he missed. He clearly wasn't himself. Obviously, he arrived in L.A. for the first time. And he still averaged 27, 8, and 8 at age 34. He's going to be 35 end of December. We get all of that. But it's the first time in 9 years that his season did not end in June. A matter of fact, not only did it not end in June, it ended in April. So he's got additional rest. Obviously, the level of motivation has been heightened. When you're 6'9", 260, and you can ball, I got news for you. You're going to still average your 27. And, oh, by the way, he has one of the top 5 players on the planet Earth in Anthony Davis. You understand? You can't teach what he has. And so when you look at it from that perspective, you can boo all the hell you want to, but if you know basketball, you know I'm telling the truth. Anthony Davis is real. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and then we lamented their coaching staff, we forgot Frank Vogel could coach a little bit. Jason Kidd could coach a little bit. Lionel Hollins could coach a little bit. Phil Handy has been a part of a championship squad the last 6 years or so. Okay, he could coach a little bit. When you look at their coaching staff and you look at him along with Anthony Davis, I believe that the Los Angeles Lakers will meet the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. I believe that the Los Angeles Lakers will beat the Clippers. I believe the Los Angeles Lakers will go to the NBA Finals. I believe they are winning the chip. And that's how you become the king, when you win the chip.
The king of L.A. will certainly be, by end of the season, I mean the real season, the whole season, Kawhi Leonard, who will win, write it down, his third Finals MVP for the first time in history with his third separate team. Talk about coaches. Who's the Clippers coach?
Doc Rivers.
All right, stop right there. Stop right there. It's a coaching mismatch. Doc Rivers is a Hall of Fame coach coaching the Clippers. Let's look at the Clippers for a second.
He's got Ty Lue, too.
Let's look at the Clippers for a second. That's a 48-win team. You know what they did when they played a fully loaded Golden State team? Oh, but they were down KD. No, they weren't. They were down Clay. No, they weren't. They were fully loaded. They took them 6 games. And they didn't have to put a whole team together. They took that team that took them 6 games, and they just airdropped Kawhi Leonard and Paul George onto that team. Two-way wings to go with Patrick Beverly. You like perimeter defense? And then it comes down time to, check the pulse under pressure. LeBron is great. You know why? Because he elevates the team efficiency under pressure. Kawhi Leonard is great because he's a killer under pressure. And you know what he does to LeBron? You know why he won Finals MVP when he played LeBron as a 21-year-old puppy when LeBron was in his prime and Kawhi's team won? Because Kawhi Leonard is better than anyone at making LeBron James less efficient. He'll get his 27 points, but on how many shots?
Michael?
You know what? The great thing about this season is, and this hype day we're not even on the eve of, on the day of, is great. This season is going to be much more nuanced. There's going to be a lot more gray about this season than anybody here wants to deal with initially. You mentioned this, the most important thing about this season to me, after covering this league for as many years as I have. You don't have 2 or 3 teams. Usually we start out and we say there are 5 teams that can win, right? Mm-hmm. We think they're not 5. There's 3, some years there's 2. This year, I don't know if I have 9, but I certainly have 7 or 8 teams that could win a championship, including perhaps 2 in the East, who we won't even get to, right. Milwaukee and Philly. King of LA, the Lakers are always going to be the king of LA. But it doesn't mean the Lakers at the end of this season are going to be king of the league. Mm-hmm. The Lakers are always going to own LA. Who's going to run this town tonight? The Lakers. But it doesn't mean they're going to win the championship. There's a lot of things that have to happen, including health, when you're 35 years old.
I'm saying even if that happens, Michael, they're not winning the championship. I'm a Lakers fan. It's not going to happen.
Well, I don't win the championship yet, but I think the Clippers and Lakers can get to the point where they are playing each other in something that matters a whole lot more than tonight, which is a 7-game series for the Western Conference Championship. But when you list those other teams, I know Denver and Utah are on your list, and Portland's on your list.
Utah, Houston.
And Houston has to be.
And by the way, I believe other than the Clippers, the team with the best shot to take out the Lakers is Golden State once Klay Thompson returns, because you don't have to deal with Anthony Davis like that. They got to deal with you from 25, 30 feet away from the basket. The one thing that I do want to say is this. I am not, and I want to make sure I'm very, very clear about this. I am not under any illusions. I believe top to bottom as a roster, the Clippers are better. Yeah. That's not my issue. But this is basketball. If this were football, it would be different. In basketball, if you have two dynamic superstars, that can be enough. Like, you had teams that, believe it or not, you actually had teams that were better than Chicago if you just looked at their roster. But they didn't have Michael and Scottie. The fact that you have LeBron and AD is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I know the Clippers are too deep, but
the history of the league, contrary to popular opinion, you need a point guard, you need a big. No, the history of the league is the most devastating combination are two-way wings who can play at MVP level. There's nothing better than that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.